We're talking loneliness on the Drive Show now. Experts need your help to figure out how we're faring when it comes to loneliness and social activities in the over 65-year-olds. Rosanne Freak-Poli is an expert on loneliness in later life, as well as being an epidemiologist at Monash University. She needs more Tasmanians for her study. Rosanne, thanks very much for joining us on Drive today.
Thank you for having me.
You do combine two very interesting disciplines here, Rosanne. Can we start with that? This is quite unique, an expert on loneliness and an epidemiologist.
That's right. Well, I consider myself a life course epidemiologist, so I'm interested in lots of things over the life course that may impact our health later in life. And we do know that social isolation, low social support and loneliness all have impacts on our cardiovascular risk as well as cognitive decline, despite accounting for all the other risk factors that could be accounting for the cardiovascular disease or other health issues. So it's its own independent risk factor for your health and well-being later in life.
So this study specifically, what are you trying to figure out?
So what I've shown in the past, from my past research, is that if someone's socially isolated, they're 66% more likely to have an increased risk of cardiovascular disease and nearly twice as likely to die of cardiovascular disease within the next 5 years. So what we're now looking at is people that are in older age, so 65 years or more, and looking at their social activities as well as their well-being and trying to work out how people are sustaining these social connections as they get older. We're specifically interested in people who are receiving government subsidised home care packages or aged care packages.
Why is it so important to focus in on them?
So we know that once people are on these aged care packages, what we find is they already have a number of health concerns, and this can prevent them from socialising and having a full well-being in later life. So we're trying to find ways to encourage this cohort to, keep enjoying life as we get older.
I know that when researchers go down a specific avenue like this, they already have their inklings. I'm interested always in the gender aspects to things. Are men or women worse at loneliness in later life?
Well, we know that women are more likely to report being lonely and more than men. So whether that's a gender construct, as in women are more feel better just talking about it and saying they're feeling lonely, or if men may be hiding it. So we're not sure if it's a true reflection of how people feel, but we do know that women have a tendency to report being lonely, but they're also more likely to say that they're more in contact with other people as well. So it's a bit of a dilemma in a way.
Yeah, maybe women are just more prepared to talk by the sounds of things. What about combating loneliness? I mean, it's probably not necessarily the main focus of this study, but what are your thoughts on that?
Well, I do have some recommendations based on my prior research that people should participate in community activities at least once a month. So this is about just getting out there, meeting new people. We can't make deep connections unless we meet a few people to, work out who your people are. Who's your next best friend going to be? Having contact with 4 relatives or close friends at least once a month. So this doesn't have to be face-to-face, but email, phone, video conferencing such as Zoom and text messaging all counts towards this contact. And then the other one is having a deeper connection with some people. So having 2 to 4 relatives or close friends to discuss private matters with or call on for help is beneficial for your health. So really thinking about how to combat loneliness, we know that social connections can help, but if someone is already feeling lonely persistently, so this is an ongoing issue for more than 3 days a week. So if you're feeling lonely 3 or 4 or 5 days a week and it's been a long time, so something may have happened in your life, do seek help. And Beyond Blue, Lifeline have phone numbers that you can phone, and they have people on the other end happy to talk to you, wanting you to call them.
Okay, how do Tasmanians get involved in this study, Rosanne, that you're doing specifically?
All you have to do is give us a phone call. So the phone number is 03 9905 2971, and that's specifically for people who are receiving aged care or home care packages, or if you're a lifestyle coordinator or work at a residential aged care facility and think that we could come and visit and talk to some of your residents, please give us a call on that number. It is 9905 2971 with the precursor of 03, because we are Melbourne based at the moment, even though it's a national study. So we're doing this all over Australia.
Yeah, we're good with the 03s down here in Tassie. Thanks so much, Rosanne. Really appreciate you shining a light on this for us this afternoon.
Thanks for having me.
That's Rosanne Freak-Poli there. She's an epidemiologist at Monash University.